Olympe de Gouges may have been the most badass lady ever. She was born in a French suburb in 1748 into a lower-middle-class family as Marie Gauzet. Ugh, so basic. She was married to this loser when she was 16, but the old ball and chain bit it by the time she was 18, so she got a sugar daddy and moved to Paris. Then she made up the name Olympe de Gouges and started running with the cool kids. In her early years in the public spotlight, she picked some fights with the most basic institutions of 18th century European life. She wrote pamphlets, novels, and plays criticizing slavery and chauvinism and murder and all that stuff. The Declaration of Rights of Women and the Female Citizen is essentially the mantra of the entire feminist movement against the marginalization of women. The same basic rights of voting, divorce, equality in marriage, and under the eyes of the law, still repeated today, were originally outlined by Olympe de Gouges over a century before women gained the right to suffrage in the U.S. She was one of the first Europeans to criticize the system of slavery and question the morality of an economic system which relied upon the backbreaking labor of millions of people to subsidize cheap clothing and sugar for European elites. One of her novels was actually a counter to Thomas Jefferson's racist commentary and defense of slavery. Most people were like, ignore her, that's just Olympia being Olympia. But some people were like, she's forgotten the basic virtues of her sex, and claimed that she allowed herself to act and write about more than one affair which her weak head didn't understand. Okay, so now's right around the time of the French Revolution, and she is big time in favor of it. And people are like, liberté, égalité, fraternité. And Olympe de Gouges is all like, wait, égalité? And they're like, yeah, Olympia, for everyone. And then she was like, even black people and women and poor people and children and stuff. And they were like, what? No! Like, everyone as in every one of us. Not you. Or them. Or them, or them, or them. So, no, I guess, not really. No more egalite. So by this time, Olympia ain't really getting the whole revolutionary vibe anymore. So, because she does this kind of stuff all the time, she talks about it instead of just shutting up and letting the white men in power make all the decisions like a good little girl. So then, the commissioner comes around to her house one day, and he's looking through all her stuff, and then she comes home to some random guy digging through her underwear drawer, and she's like, OMG, what are you doing? He just explains that he's looking for evidence so that he can send her to jail and kill her and stuff. And she's like, oh, chill, that would be in my shed. She shows him this play that she's written, and that's like, maybe we shouldn't kill people? Maybe people should be able to speak freely without fearing persecution? So he thinks, this bitch has gotta go. Bitches be crazy. So she's sitting around in jail for a while, and then she goes to trial and asks, can I maybe have a lawyer? And the judge says, nah, you're smart enough to defend yourself. Unsurprisingly, the jury says that she's committing treason and undermining the state and the goals of the revolution, and that the best way to handle people calling you out for being intolerant murderers is to kill them so that they shut up. At this point, you'd think Olympia would be so over it. But she walks up to the guillotine, so chill, and then, seriously, this is so awesome, she goes, "Children of the fatherland, you will avenge my death." You can't make this stuff up. And then, chomp chomp, she is killed, but her ideas and the spirit of fighting for equality will live on forever. Truly a revolutionary thinker and legendary badass, Olympe de Gouges dedicated her life to questioning the unjust institutions of society and died willingly in the defense of equality.